Well, hello, everybody. My name is Riley Baugus, and I thank you for coming to my set here at the National Folk Festival. I am from North Carolina, and I play a traditional style of claw hammer banjo that comes from the area of North Carolina in the northern Blue Ridge Mountains, in the foothills of the northern Blue Ridge Mountains in Surry County, North Carolina. The particular style that I base my playing on is called round peak style. Round peak is a small mountain in the foothills of the Blue Ridge in North Carolina, and on Round Peak is a small community called the Round Peak community, and most of the people who played there or who lived there that played music played in this style. So I'm going to play you some songs and tunes that come from not only Round Peak, but from throughout the Blue Ridge of North Carolina and southwestern Virginia. Most of the tunes I play come from North Carolina and southwestern Virginia. I do play music from other places, and on clawhammer banjo I get the opportunity to play music that's not always traditional old time. But today I'm just going to give you some fun traditional tunes, and I hope that myself and my hummingbird friends out here on the porch stage in Walkertown, North Carolina, where I live, will entertain you. So I'm going to start out by tuning my banjo. I'm a banjo maker as well, and I get to, as I said, I get to play in lots of different musical situations. I'm going to start out telling you a little story here while I tune. As an old-time musician, an old-time clawhammer banjo player, we tend to tune to the key that we're going to be playing music in. Now, there was one night that I was playing over in Greensboro, North Carolina, with a couple of friends of mine who were singer-songwriters. Now, they do not adhere to the normal rules that old-time musicians do. They often, they usually play in different keys all night long. Old-time musicians will get into one key and stay there for hours until they get tired. Well, so these guys, as singer-songwriters, they did that night. They sang every song in a different key. So I was retuning all night long. Now, keep in mind, I'm a banjo maker. I've been making the banjos that I play since 1995. Well, this little lady comes walking up to me as I was putting my instrument away after the show, and she says, "Now, honey, that was awfully nice." I said, "Well, thank you, ma'am. I'm really glad you enjoyed it." She said, "But one thing, though. You might consider buying yourself a better banjo, one you don't have to tune so much." Thank you, ma'am. I'll take that under advisement, was my reply. Made me feel really good as a banjo maker to know that she thought it was the banjo's problem and not mine. But I want to start off today with a tune that comes from a great old player whose name was Doc Boggs, from Norton, Virginia, from over in the southwestern tip of Virginia in the coal mining area. He was a coal miner who came up out of the coal mines and had a brief recording career in the 1920s, traveled around touring, made several records, and then ultimately went back to the coal mines. He was rediscovered in the 1960s by Mike Seeger and Reed Martin, and he was field recorded at that point. So we not only have the recordings that he did in the 1920s to hear what he sounded like, we have field recordings from the mid to late 1960s, and it's all really good music. So I'm going to play you one that he did called "Little Black Trains A-Comin'." prepared to take a ride. I see that train with the engine and one small baggage car. Now your idle thoughts and your wicked deeds stop at the judgment bar. There's a little black train coming. Better get your business right. There's a little black train coming. That poor young man in darkness cared not for the gospel light till suddenly heard that whistle blow. That little black train is inside, and there's a little black train coming. You better fix your business right. There's a little black train coming, and it may be here tonight. He said, "Oh Lord, will you not spare me? I see my wicked plight. Have mercy, Lord, upon me. Please come and fix me right." But death had fixed the shackles upon his soul so tight before he got his business fixed. That little black train is inside, and there's a little black train coming. You better fix your business right. There's a little black train coming, and it may be here tonight. And it may be here tonight. Well, thank you all so much. I'm going to retune again because I'm going to play in I'm playing in the same key, but I'm going to be playing in a different tuning in the same key. No, I lie. I'm not playing in the same key. I'm just playing in a different tuning. I'm going to play y'all a good fiddle tune or a good banjo tune. I like to play it on the banjo, but typically in our tradition, the fiddle and banjo play together. And that is largely why our banjo style, the round peak banjo style, sounds the way it does, is because we try to not overpower the fiddle. We want to play along with the fiddle. And so each instrument has sort of equal grounding, except that the fiddle is the one who leads. So they play the most notes. Well, I'm going to play you what is known as a fiddle tune, but I'm going to play it on the banjo, and it's called Old Time Backstep Cindy. Comes from the round peak tradition, and here we go. go. A little old-time backstep Cindy. Well, another great tune from the Round Peak tradition is a great tune called Sally Ann. Now, there are a lot of different versions of Sally Ann. But this particular one, we know as in Surry County, North Carolina, they call it the national anthem of Surry County, because no tune session, no jam session would be complete without playing Sally Ann. You can probably say it's the most popular tune in Surry County. So, play you a little bit of Sally Ann this morning. Well, that was a lot of fun. I surely enjoy playing the old Sally Ann. Well, I want to play one more for you during this set, and I'd like to thank everybody. I'd like to thank the entire National Folk Festival audience for joining us in this great festival. It's wonderful that we have the technology to be able to carry on with the festival, even though we're in the midst of a terrible crisis at the moment. music and the stories and everything that, all the art that everybody presents during this festival. I hope it brings each and every one of you a great deal of joy. I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of the performers at the National Folk Festival this year. Now in the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina, in the southern Appalachian Mountains, blues plays a big part in a lot of the music that we play. There's this, I want to play you another wonderful tune that comes from Doc Boggs. It's called The False-Hearted Lover Blues. Thank you so much for coming to the National Folk Festival. Hope to see y'all again soon. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of the festival.